Hello, beautiful people. I have a very special and exciting episode today to recap our comedy ads campaign. We did it! We just did 6 weeks of comedy ads. In this video or podcast episode, I'm going to be recapping the whole thing. What happened with our $20,000 budget that we invested in the comedy ads, how it's going, what happened, what we learned, and all the things. This is an episode I'm really stoked for, and I hope you are too. So let's dive into it. So, what happened? Last year, we hired the Harmon Brothers. Harmon Brothers are one of the biggest, most amazing comedy ad companies in the world. They have done all sorts of amazing videos, from the Squatty Potty to Poo Pourri. This team is a classic crew of comedy writers, and we got to work with Ryan, one of their head writers, and we had a blast. Last year, we had a writer's room every Tuesday, and our core group of 5 of us, including Ryan, wrote and then produced 31 comedy commercials for Majik Kids to promote the Majik Kids app, which we then invested $20,000 into rolling out these comedy ads to promote the Majik Kids app. A chunk of that, roughly $7,000 of that $20,000, was put into the budget to hire the Harmon Brothers to manage our comedy ad campaign. And then the rest was put into ad spend. So straight out of the gate, we tried to go with Meta. So we were planning to advertise all of these ads through Facebook. We were posting them on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. Now, this was my comeback. This was supposed to be my comeback. 7 years away from social media. And here I am, Mark Zuckerberg. I am ready to share my ads and reignite my social media relationship. So after our first week, we spent $1,600 of our ads budget. Our account gets hacked. Somebody broke into our account, our ads account. They took down our ads, put up their fitness-related ads, and increased our budget to $5,000 a day. And we're just like, so our account gets shut down. We get refunded the money, but then they would not reinstate our account after that for some reason. And they refused to tell us why. They refused to put it back up. And I just took that as karma for all the smack I've talked about Zuckerberg and social media over the last 7 years. And so we pivoted our whole campaign on the spot, and it took us a week to get reset up over on YouTube to do YouTube Shorts, which I am a YouTuber. Of the first video I ever put on YouTube in 2007 went viral, called the Gratitude Dance. Look it up. It's funny and pixelated. And that led to speaking tours for 2 years for me and kind of kickstarted my whole career. So we move over to YouTube Shorts. Now, we did not get something that's called an SDK installed into our app that allows us to do a lot of extra tracking and stuff like that, because it was just an extra investment that I didn't want to put into get the ads rolling. It would have taken an extra $3,000 in 3 weeks. And I just wanted to get the party started because I was ready. And so that limited what we were able to do. So we built a landing page for Majik Kids. And what I'm about to show you is not the original landing page. This was the landing page that we've been working on since rolling out. But so we had to send all of our traffic from our ads on YouTube to this page. And I'm really proud of what we've got here is this latest version. Less screens, more imagination. I just, on one of our coaching calls today inside the Magic Mind, we were talking about, like, how do you speak to the essence of the problem and solution you solve? And 3 years it took us to say what we're trying to say in 4 words. Less screens, more imagination. That is the essence of Majik Kids and what we're here to do in the world. And that this is a screen-free audio entertainment company for kids, classes, and families. So this is our landing page where we were driving traffic to. The original version of this landing page was not nearly this clear and simple. There was a lot more text, way more than you see here. And we installed these heat maps into our landing page. So we used a software called Mouseflow that makes you basically, you can see how people are navigating your website. And so after watching 150 videos of people going from a video ad on YouTube, one of our comedy videos, to the page, we would just see nobody's reading anything. I mean, that's been my assumption for a really long time, is that people don't read much these days. They just kind of scroll, and maybe a headline might catch them long enough to read the next paragraph. But in general, they don't scroll. Well, after watching 150 of these heat map videos, of seeing how people come to the page and just literally go wah 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 wah, they'll like click all over the place, and then they get out of there. They're not actually reading. So our team got together and we're like, how do we say everything we need to say with as few words as possible and to make it more visual? Show, don't tell. This is a lesson for all of you in your landing pages. Go back to your landing page and see if each section you can refine and distill. And this has been one of the lessons that I've been trying to integrate into my work for a decade, is like, turn a paragraph into a statement and keep doing that again and again and again. And then you have a landing page that actually can work. And so we had to go through that process because we were getting very few signups actually joining. And don't worry, I'm going to tell you how many views we had on the thing. I'm going to also show you some samples of some of our top performing ads. And I will say we got a lot of views this last month and a half. But before I do that, I just want to tell you the process, because we learned each step of the way. So the first version of the landing page we thought was great. Then we realized it wasn't. And then what we started to notice is in the onboarding experience of our app, when people go to the App Store or Google Play to actually make their account, we were losing them in the onboarding. And we could see these metrics, just like people weren't verifying their account. So we're finally able to make a custom verification experience that is branded. Before we couldn't, but the update through the software that we use inside of our app allows it. Right now we're working on the next rollout, which will allow people to just direct download using their Apple account. We didn't have that in place. They had to verify their account through their email, which was a pain in the ass, and we lost people along the way. We also in the beginning found that people weren't choosing their plans, and that was an issue because we have family, educator, and then there's a free plan that gives you limited access. And most people were choosing the free plan. So we went and we've made all these changes, and it's making a lot of improvements. We're seeing, probably in the beginning, it was 1 out of 20 would choose a paid plan. Now it's probably 1 out of 5, which is much, much better. And when you have a funnel, and all of you do, whether it's your newsletter, your opt-in, your signature workshop, etc., we can always keep refining and improving the process of taking somebody who doesn't know us and help them get to know us at each step, and make it easier for them to be onboarded into the world of what it is that we do. And that's one of the big lessons that we've been learning by going through this process of sending tons of traffic to our website and to our app, is seeing, it's like when you all of a sudden have a hose and then you pour a ton of water through the hose, you're going to see where the hose is leaking. And we've seen a lot of leaks in the last 6 weeks that we're now like patching up and improving and making it better and better and more efficient. And there's still going to be more work to do. This next month, we have a few other things that are going to take time for our dev team to get set up. But because we sent so much traffic, we learned so fast and have made so many improvements that I'm just like, thank God we did this. We would not have seen it as clearly as we are right now. So let's talk about the ads. Oh man. So I love comedy. I have been making comedy since that first video on YouTube that you could watch called The Gratitude Dance. It's been always one of the things that I've like, if I could just do this full time, I'd be a very happy person. And so I've done it intermittently, on and off. I've created comedy courses for entrepreneurs, like the Great E-Course Adventure. And that was my first taste of like, oh, you can mix comedy and education. So working with the Harmon brothers last year, we did 31 comedy videos, and it was great. We have now to date, 6 weeks later, roughly, we still have about $1,000 left in our ad budget. So probably $12,000 spent on traffic. We have, I'm just refreshing my phone here, 1,002,600 views on our YouTube channel have happened. That is a huge success that I'm very proud of. The Harmon brothers figured we would get 500,000 to 700,000 views with the budget that we had. And we're over 1 million, and that keeps climbing. Why does it keep climbing? Because we have a couple videos that have taken on their own life and are now going viral. I'll show you one of them right now. So this video was one that we wrote it very quickly. It was mostly improvised. This is my son Soren, who plays the lead in this one, and then Albert and Ellie, two of our core team and two of the writers that were involved in this. I produced it and directed it and did the camera work for this one. And it's growing by more than 50,000, 45,000 views a day right now, but it's picking up speed. We'll be over 500,000 views for sure by the time you're watching this video. And here it is.
Hello, class! Welcome to Play University! Today we're gonna unlock the power of play!
I'd rather unlock the power of a good nap.
First, we're gonna pretend we're in a castle surrounded by dragons! I see we need an easier game. We're now gonna play a game called This Is Not a Banana! Watch and learn. Love ray, zing, zing, zing! Your turn, Mom!
This is a banana.
Dad?
It's a boomerang! That was kind of fun.
This is a challenging case. We're gonna have to bring out the big guns.
Majik Kids, audio stories, music, and imagination meditations.
And fun activities too!
All right, so that is that one. That has generated over 12,000 likes. One of the really awesome metrics that I'm really excited about is our YouTube channel was, I think it was around somewhere between 60 and 80 subscribers. And we have grown our YouTube channel by a lot. Let me just see here. It's as of, actually, I'm just seeing on my phone here, we're at exactly 1,500 subscribers now. As far as like a long-term strategy goes, that's some incredible growth. And that is all of a sudden an amazing audience that we can now be creating more video content to, who are already liking what we're doing. As you can see by the metrics, here's another one that has done quite well that we're really proud of. 50,000
Check this
views.
out, guys. Just signed another.
That's not the one. Here we go.
Meet Timmy. He likes watching TV. Like a lot. He never leaves the couch.
What? I have everything I need. Right here. See? Mom, more chips!
Here you go, Pookie Bear.
Timmy's a grown adult. And not much has changed.
Mom! Donuts!
Get your own donuts, Timmy.
What are you at it? Get a job!
His imagination is so underdeveloped that he can't even hear fairies anymore.
Can ya, Timmy?
Sadly, it's probably too late for Timmy. But it's not too late for your kids. I've got just the thing.
Majik Kids, audio stories, music, and imagination meditations.
And fun activities too!
If you don't want your kids living in your basement and stealing from your cupboards, download the Majik Kids app today.
So, as you can see with that one, playing on the parents' fear of their kids basically turning out to be a loser and living on their food in the basement, and also talking about a very real problem that a lot of parents are faced with right now, which is the issue of screen addictions in young children and what that's doing to their nervous system, their social development, their emotional development. It's a really huge issue, and that's why one of the main reasons we started Majik Kids was to deal with that, because we saw with Soren at a young age, we introduced TV shows. We had a hard pivot, had to move, and we had 3 months of chaos when he was 3 years old. And he had a lot more screen time and shows and Paw Patrol and all the things. And we saw like a wicked decline in his nervous system regulation and his emotional levelness, I'll just call it. It was brutal. It was absolutely terrible. Like these massive tantrums, which I know every parent can relate to. And he wasn't like that before introducing the screen times. And so we're like, this is not normal. So we eliminated screens. And he's almost 8. He's 8 in June. He gets one show a week, but he gets audio stories almost every day. We'll put out an activity. He'll do drawing, coloring, building, clay, whatever, and he'll have an audio story and his imagination blasts off and he gets to work. And so we found that audio stories were an amazing compromise, a solution to help him receive stories, because stories are an important part of every human's development, an amazing way to learn about yourself and the world. And they're not like the way screens are right now, with the way that they shoot a modern show is like the rates of which frames are shifting put kids into a trance state. They check them out of their bodies, they stop breathing, and it's basically just like a fire hose of information, and it's not normal and it's not good. And that's why we do what we do, because we need to get kids back in their bodies and imaginations. So that's another ad that's done really well and seems to be resonating with people. I'll show you 2 more because this is kind of fun and hopefully you're enjoying this as well. We put a lot of work into these ads. We spent 9 months working on them. And it's just such a gift to do them. So this one right here has also taken on a life of its own, the good old days. And it's about 2 aliens. We have a series of 6 different alien ones. We hired a face painter locally to come in and get them decked out like 2 aliens. And we built a green screen spaceship. And this one seems to be resonating. It's getting about 7,500 views per day. And it seems to be growing and picking up speed as well. And that's all organic, non-paid traffic that's happening right now.
So, Miss Sparkletoes, tell me what's on your mind.
Oh, that's not the one. Sorry.
My goodness, humans have gotten so boring.
They used to be more exciting than an interstellar soap opera.
Now they are always just like, oh my god, no one liked my photo. Remember when they were cavemen fighting prehistoric beasts with Stone Age gadgets? Classic.
In the 90s, the hairstyles, the fashion, the Spice Girls.
We need to reignite their imaginations. Bing! So they forget about those silly screens.
I've got an idea that uses advanced alien technology.
You mean our technology?
Yes, this will make humans interesting once again.
Initiate technology.
Majik Kids, audio stories, music, and imagination meditations.
And fun activities too!
It worked! The humans are interesting again.
If you are ready for an imagination awakening,
Then download the Majik Kids app today.
So that one has been doing really well, which is a delightful surprise. And those 2 characters make a bunch more returns. One that I still feel like is going to pick up stream when it gets into the right audiences. For those who are aware of the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab, I haven't told this story publicly, but anyways, I was recruited by the World Economic Forum's Global Shapers many years ago and founded the Global Shapers Hub in Victoria, BC. And you know, there's a lot of interesting information around the World Economic Forum's agenda, and I don't align with it whatsoever any longer. And so we created a character called Kluschnob, who is trying to take over humanity's imaginations, and he devises a plan with building an imagination extraction device. And that happens in the first video, but Majik Kids manages to stop him. And then we did this video right here, which has 25,000 views and is starting to pick up a little bit of speed. Here it is.
Closing in on 2 more.
Oh, that's not it. I don't know what. There we go.
Boss, we got a problem.
What is it?
The Majik Kids app. It's liberating imaginations.
Commence a misinformation and disinformation campaign.
I'll patch you into the 6 o'clock news. It's live now.
This is Cluj Snob. Now say this. Majik Kids is spreading misinformation
and disinformation, claiming that their app improves imagination and nervous system regulation through screen-free storytelling and activities. But according to The Fluff, the safest, most effective solution is unquestionably more screen time.
Majik Kids. That sounds controversial. Let's check it out.
Majik Kids, audio stories, music, and imagination meditations.
And fun activities too!
Boss, our plan backfired.
Get me on the news! If you want your children's imagination under my control, then don't download the Majik Kids app today.
So much fun. We have a whole series of Klushna videos. We have an alien series. We have a screen zombie series ones where the kids turn into screen zombies and then the parents eventually turn into screen zombies and the kids have to rescue the parents. It's been an absolute blast to go through this creative process. We have about 20 other comedy videos that are in process. So your question is like, was it worth the $20,000 investment? And so the inventory is, we've been making these changes. We're now getting 2 to 4 subscriptions per day within the Majik Kids app. So that's not massive. And I'll get to our business model, which has been coming to fruition this last little while. But we have over 1 million plays. We have 1,500 subscribers we did not have before. We have 2 videos that seem to be going viral and picking up speed right now, and there's no telling where those are going to go. And what's beautiful about Google Ads or any advertising platform is the more you bring exposure, the more you can retarget. So we can now do retargeting campaigns of anybody that's watched more than 50% of our videos. And our percentage watch rate is very, very high. Most of our videos, we're getting 50 to 60% watch percentage, meaning people are watching more than half of the videos. So we could retarget everybody that's watched more than half the videos. We could retarget to all the people who have subscribed, who have liked a video. We have 20-something thousand likes so far. We can also create lookalike audiences of the audience that we're starting to get familiar with and market to those as well. So as a long-term solution, we just invested this. Comedy is going to be a part of the entire lifespan of Majik Kids. This is one of the most effective ways that I feel we can share our message from a business to customer standpoint. One of the unexpected, delightful surprises around our business model is the B2C idea of like finding, which is how I've grown Majik Media over the years, is find one relationship that opens many doorways. So we are finalizing, and I'll make the official announcements once the paperwork's all signed and done, that will be really large strategic partnerships where we can leverage one relationship and open hundreds of thousands and tens of thousands of app subscribers to the Majik Kids app. These will be very profitable partnerships. So our model to launch this is actually the B2C. One relationship, many partnerships. By Christmas, we intend to have 10 of these partnerships that will be generating over $100,000 a month. And through the budget that we can generate through those partnerships, we can make more comedy and we keep advertising what we're doing. You know, if $10,000 a month gets us 1 million views, if we just keep compounding that and getting better and better with identifying our audience through these ads, it will pay off because it's creating this brand recognition. It will create super fans as more and more people watch our videos. And now we have these assets of 31 comedy videos that we can put into our email autoresponders, our nurture sequences when people join our email list. We're going to create a comedy page on our website. It's also a leverageable asset for Majik Media. If other companies, like today, I had a conversation with a company, we're in discussions with partnerships, and they have like these storytelling headphones that may integrate Majik Kids. And I was like, you should check out our cartoons or our comedy videos, because we could do some comedy videos for you guys as well. So it's also for Majik Media's service provider side of things. It's a great way to just show off the creative capabilities that our team has and what we could do for other companies that want to make comedy as well. Not to mention, it was so fun, so fulfilling. It was just, we're having a writer's room is just one of the single greatest things I've ever got to do in my 20 years of entrepreneurship, of like working with a crew of writers, and we're all just like coming up with ideas, writing them, refining them, steamrolling each other's ideas to find the best idea, and then bring that all the way through the production cycle to life. And now we're getting to see some of these ideas, and the world really seems to like them, which is it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I feel really grateful that this is one of the things that I get to do for my day job, is to show up and provide comedy and laughter and lightness to issues that are actually really serious and need addressing by parents, grandparents, and the systems that we're all living a part of, because there are creative solutions that exist, and kids do not need to be introduced to excessive screen time and junk food entertainment. That there's alternatives. Majik Kids is one of those alternatives, and I feel excited that we have this opportunity to spread this magic far and wide, and to get to do it through comedy is amazing. And we have laid an impressive foundation that keeps picking up steam. And we're just going to continue. Now that we have these ads up there, we've identified our top 5 to 7 ads, and we've just got a budget that will just be continuing to drive more attention and traction to those ads. And similar to what's happened with Play University, you just don't know when one of those videos is going to catch fire again, because that Play University video, YouTube actually flagged it as content made for kids, which means you can't put ads behind it. And so it got taken down from our ads, and it sat dormant for 2 weeks and nothing happened to it. We're really bummed because it was our best performing ad. And then all of a sudden I checked and it just started gaining speed. It's got 10,000 in a day, 15,000, no ads behind it. And then it's just been picking up steam every single day. And who knows where it's going to go, but I look forward to more updates about that. I hope it continues to expand. It's such a fun video, and hopefully it drives home a message for parents to like, just play with your kids. That is the most magical part of being a parent, is getting to play with your kids and bring you back into a piece of your missing childhood as well. And yeah, I hope this has been inspiring. I hope you enjoyed some of those videos. There's more I could share, but I feel like this story is not quite done. So we will come back to more comedy updates as the story continues to unfold. And I appreciate you for taking the time to check this out.